Hi everyone, I'm Steven and this is Hector and we're from Longshore Boats. Today we're going to show you one of the most common questions that we get is how to properly flush your outboard engine. And today Hector and I are going to give you a demonstration on the two ways to do it.
Yep, the two ways to do it is we're going to call it the static way, the traditional way. Let's start it for the static. Come on over. So the first one is the static way. The first thing we have to do is locate the water pickup. What in this case on the Yamaha 300 is located on the starboard side. You unscrew it. Make sure you always keep the eyes open on this seal. Don't lose it. And now my friend Steve is going to tell you why.
So as Hector was saying, this gasket is very important. It basically keeps the pressure in, so when you have the hose on, we don't lose a lot of the pressure out. The water gets forced into the outboard. But basically, screw it on, get it tight, try not to cross thread it, and we'll get the water flowing here. And you'll kind of notice, the water's going to start pumping, and it's going to be basically working its way out down where the prop is. And if you got enough water pressure, you're also going to see the water, coming out the weep hole. But basically what you want to do is you want to leave this hose hooked up for 5 to 10 minutes. The best time to do it is after the engine's been running. That way the engine's warm. So you're basically pushing all that salt water and that sand out of the engine.
Hey, one of the most important tips to flush the engine when you do it in this way is, should I crank it up the engine, yes or no? The answer is no. Just let the water run and do not crank it up the engine. Just let the water flush the plug and all the system for 5 minutes, like my friend Steven say, and you'll be fine. Make sure the seal is on, and then just screw back in, finger tight. Do not use any tool, just hand tight. Boom, you're done.
The second way to properly flush the outboard engine is the traditional way, or as some people call it, the old school way. We're going to be using these earmuffs here connected to the water hose. And Hector is basically, we're going to hook it up. And we need to make sure we're covering the water intake here. Very important that it's nice and tight. Also, you've got to make sure the hose is away, because we are going to be turning this engine on and the propeller will be running. A second thing to watch out for here is the high-speed water pickup. We need to tape those off, basically, so we don't pull in any air. That way we don't harm the water pump. So we're just going to take a piece of tape here and basically cover that up, and we're going to go ahead and fire this thing up here in a second. All right, now that we have the earmuffs properly installed on the engine, we got the tape over the high-speed water pickup. The hose is out of the way. We're going to go ahead and turn the water on. It's going to be the first thing we're going to do. Once the water starts to run and we get a little bit of flow, then we'll go ahead and start the engine up. One other thing to remember too is when you got the earmuffs up on here, you want to squeeze them to make sure it's a tight seal. You want to maximize the water pressure going in, again, to help out the water pump to get things flowing, to get it to the top. And usually you want to do that for about 5 to 10 minutes, just to really get a good flush on the engine.
So after those 5 minutes, just remove the engine muff. And something really important, don't forget to remove the tape, because the next time when you are out in the water, you don't want to damage the water pump. So make sure you remove the tape off the high water pickups.
Thanks for watching the video on the 2 proper ways to flush your outboard engine. I'm Steven, this is Hector.
If you want more tips or want to check our inventory, please go to our web on longshoreboats.com or give us a call at 843-216-4700. Again, thanks for watching.